Yeah, exactly.
And the body of the film, and then how the body of the film was being changed in different ways. I thought that it was all really done.
Yeah, no, I thank you for that.
But it is kind of a weird thing to have it too like that.
Yeah.
Like it's strange in like the inside part of the novel, and then.
I mean, this is completely to the insider. Of course, I wasn't able to play it, but it was. It has melody, but it's kind of strange. Of course.
There's something changing because they said on the beginning there's some people ill, but and this is from the internet.
Okay.
But,
you don't have
I don't know.
You don't have a folder?
No, I forgot to sign in. Even enough. So.
Yeah, no, I think that there are still 4 papers left.
Yeah, no.
Actually, I think it's exactly the same. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And tomorrow it's. Okay.
But maybe when did you print this out from the internet? Quite recently, or
3 days ago.
Yeah, so maybe I don't know, but maybe it was updated.
Because they said it, and I found some.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
So there's still.
Yeah. Okay.
Some people can connect to the internet. I mean, there is Videodrome, so everybody who's on Videodrome should be able to connect to wireless, but we also have some kind of guest access here. So whoever is not on Videodrome, but has to access the internet, like me, can come to me and collect one of these codes.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is I'm from the Department of Anthropology and African Studies at this university, which might sound strange to you, but I have also a deep interest in adaptation studies. And it's a pleasure for me that I'm chairing this panel at this afternoon. And the first one to present his paper is Professor Zeljko Uvanovic, who is from the University of Osijek. He's the chair of German literature at the Department of German Language and Literature at that university. I think I'll keep it at that, and we're looking forward to the talk.
Okay, thank you very much for this introduction. At my university they say you need PowerPoint because it's kind of commercial for our university. It's good for online click presence, kind of. I don't know, possibly it's true, my faculty, that's me, and the title of this presentation. After watching several times the films by Kaufman and Cronenberg, you can really come to the idea that there are some similarities, some differences. If you read the books and if you read the novelization stylings, then you try to theories of postmodernism, of modernism, of bodies, of cultural convergences and these divergences. And I'm going to try to make this the whole idea plausible. Well, you all know that Kaufman couldn't translate Milan Kundera's novel, and we know something about Milan Kundera as professor of film studies in Prague, and it's kind of embarrassing that such profile of intellectual would be against adaptation. Kundera refused to allow any other adaptation of his works. His refusal of adaptation possibilities in general, in the book The Art of the Novel, here he demands just to altogether rewrite sources in the reason. Bail them, roast them over a slow fire, capture them and cut off their ears. Very horrible horror scenario. And John Simon, who is in favor of Milan Kundera, in a paper of his, claims novels can have built-in booby traps for that. A writer who was for years professor at Prague National Film School, Miloš Forman, Jiří Mencel, Jan Nemec, who also studied, and also Jean-Claude Carrière, is a writer who is against adaptations. So it's a blockade in the beginning. There are nice critiques of Kaufman's adaptation. For example, Colette Lindroth thought that this adaptation transcends adaptation itself. The film is an act of pure creative transformation, finding embedded vital sense images, the filmic equivalence of Kundera's ideas. And she stresses the symbolic use of mirrors here, and relates this use with the idea of lightness. Fragments collecting different and unrelated bits of reality. And in this case, mirrors as additional means of adaptation was quite a success. Fragmentation, insubstantiality, and sketchy surfaces really something Kundera is talking about. The disability to abstractions and ideas in a powerful, memorable sense, experiences Kaufman has indeed conquered Kundera's material. Rather than reducing to known to be its ideas, he has captured its essence. In the same tone, Patrick captures in Literature from Quarterly. What surprises is that Kaufman didn't try to make a voiceover narrator because it would be more appropriate in this kind of novel. He stresses the influence of Czech documentary and Czech New Wave cinema. And we see that film music accompanies essential scenes, and it translates to live speech in a musical way. So we have many channels of film adaptation. The main reproach is loss of the narrator with spectator's function voiceover, and John Simon is here on the side of Kundera and is against Kaufman. Simon believes that omission of first-person narrator is mediocre. But the movie, despite lovingly insinuating cinematography of Samuel Dickrist, some stunning Janac member music on the soundtrack, comes at a close of putting me off art movies by American directors. We have Kaufman's film treatment of human body, and I believe it's still the modernist one, more simple, without experiments, without gaming and playing with bodies and media. On the other hand, Convergences is written in a more postmodern style. The dictator Kaufman draws clear delineation between body and mirror, body and photography, documentary, feature film sequences, and when he plays with bodies and media, the result is a mixture of clearly discernible constituent parts. Media do not penetrate the bodies of the characters, actors and actresses, although bodies can penetrate other bodies. The only penetration creation is the Soviet intervention, Prague, 1968. Elements of Unbearable galaxy and media of good old times, so to say, in his novels, books, music, violence, analog photography, and now video, all these scenes, book as medium, reference to King Oedipus, windows, watching through windows, you can see the sceneries of Prague, mirrors and paintings, painting in this scene, mirrors again. What amazes in all these adaptations, we have pictures of naked bodies, and it's kind of really artistic addition to everything we read in Kundera. And finally, photo camera, very dominant, although in, there is one final scene in Kaufman's film where we should expect that burial of Karenin would be shot by camera. This is not the case. Documentary, as I said, Czech documentary influence on this adaptation by Kaufman. So socialist realism kind of. And we have here reflection in the lens of camera and the procedure of producing black and white photos in this case. The good old times of making photos in a lab. And finally, film camera in this case, but documenting such scenes with photo camera. This is Teresa, and we have here documentary-like shots of Soviet soldiers and officers. We have the fact that all that has been shot during the first days of Soviet invasion, all these photos can be misused as evidence of fight against the Soviet Union. So we have documents, photos projected on the screen on the wall, and tape recorder as a means of police state to make examinations to torture people. We have Russian Cyrillic letters here in Prague stressing the supremacy of the Soviet Union in the Eastern Bloc. Some interiors before this Soviet intervention with some icons like Kafka with the typewriter. We see we have old media present and nothing digital. We see interiors after the Soviet invasion with icons of political power on the wall. And in contrast to this, interiors in Switzerland with the Beatles and pop culture and culture of nudist camps and normal life in democracy with joie de vivre and everything that you need for living. But we see that in both the novel and the adaptation, Tomáš and Teresa are returning to the Soviet Czechoslovakia. And the medium of laptop, no email, nothing digital, no internet, handwriting. There are secondary papers, research papers on this, coming of Kenyan panopticon gaze in this novel, and the problem of morality, because in the novels in the films by Cronenberg, we have the issue of how to make the sin more attractive, how to produce excitement, and how to step forward into a new zone of morals or human needs to expand experiences. Problematizing the ethical in the German religious theology. So even in the postmodernist novel, like the Unbearable Lightness of Being, we have this moral issue, but Kundera is aware of the fact that there are no final moral solutions and views. It's, in that case, postmodernist. And even in Joseph May, Humanity's Two Moral Tests, in the novel, the Unbearable Lightness of Being, morality is something present here, unlike in Cronenberg's movies. Videodrome, adapted by Zeljko, and eXistenZ by Christopher Priest. I have the books here. So we have Jack Martin as pseudonym for Dennis Etchison, and in this case John Uvanovic as pseudonym for Christopher Priest. We can make a distinction between this novelization, which is kind of freer, and possibly it's because Cronenberg didn't stick to his script while shooting. So Dennis Etchison used the script and made a novel quite loyal to the text of the script. And eXistenZ is kind of time as a form of cross-promotion used primarily to generate additional income from the original product, film, video game, television series, website, etc., and to promote its visibility on the market. But we have here problems with ownership in the intellectual property, and it says here, David Cronenberg, eXistenZ, a novelization by John Uvanovic, in contrast to a novel by Jack Martin, based on screenplay by David Cronenberg. So there is quite a slight difference between the two cases. In comparison with Cronenberg's postmodernist body horror films demonstrate two pretty theses that humans are more servants of media machines, which can more intrude into their bodies and into their reality perceptions. And we have here the aim of the paper to compare modernist divergences with postmodernist convergences of bodies of media, and then to concentrate on the phenomenon of convergence, hybridization, amalgamation with their positive and negative aspects. Humans as victims of video simulations and uncontrollable programs. Unlike Marshall McLuhan's idea of media as extensions of man, Bill Gittler added a paranoid element to the theory of communication. It's postmodernist, very postmodernist in my opinion. There is logical escalation, history of culture, techniques, against the guys in humanities, media and digital context, priority of hardware, media as children of war, computer as universal machine could annihilate all other media, but we know that's not possible. I believe, I guess you also believe, there is convergence, cultural convergence, and kind of coexistence between old and new media. Famous Zeljko for Berlin School of Media Studies, combining Greek mythology and microchip, very postmodernist indeed. McLuhan's Galaxy with television and the film Videodrome, as well as its novelization. They deal with the phenomenon of television, but it's another kind of television. It's interactive television, it's magic television, it's television with added extra signals, Videodrome signals, especially when it is combined with video cassettes, which emit also during reproduction deadly or very dangerous signals. We have Internet Galaxy, we have Turing Galaxy, electronic, digital, and the television set in this case, in this film, Videodrome, is not television anymore. It's interactive. It eats people, and people can get penetrated by video cassettes by these programs. I'd like to suggest to kind of point out some ideas from the history of ideas. Deus Ex Machina has some other meaning in the theater. Zola and Poetics of Naturalism, human body is a machine to be analyzed and dissected. Sidney Berkowitz, the people from bionic humans to androids. We have always been bionic. There is such idea here. And in modern medicine, we can have prosthetics. We can really help ill people to live normally with prosthesis. Ray Kurzweil, immortality is in our grasp, and humans transcend biology, boundaries blur between humans and machine, real and virtual. But that's a good example. And Cronenberg has dystopias, nightmares, and he produces scripts. He says he writes such scripts in the night, before nightmares or after his nightmares. Scripts dealing with philosophical issues. What the convergence is between man and manipulated media, Videodrome signals, brutality snuff films, interactive television, organic reptilian looking game pods to be inserted into the spine turns wrong. So there is no problem with the combination between a man and machine or some non-human part, but what happens if there is a reason for alarm? Frederick Kaufman wrote Who's Afraid of the Humanoid, investigated cultural differences in the acceptation of robots, Japan and Western cultures, and it's symptomatic for me that Videodrome starts with samurai, with samurai dreams, Japanese dreams, thus trying to connect, to associate the issue with a culture where, in his opinion, it's kind of normal or common thing. Lisa Watson, the text Beyond the Limits, and Journal Trends. Richard Porton, the film director, as philosopher. It's about Cronenberg, a philosopher who tries to think of dystopia cases where we have in the Videodrome manipulation, which is then fatal. And not only philosopher, because he is a critic of religion, published by Elijah Ziegler, David Cronenberg, the secular author, as Critical Religion, Journal of the American Academy of Religion. Okay, one left. So we see that there are many papers, not so much about Videodrome, but on eXistenZ. And I wanted to show the video clip, but we have no time, where we have a connection between the unbearable lightness of living in the scene, in the pool, where there is hallucination. The body is in the water, and the visual scene is then changed between people in bathing suits and without it. So there is there are many materials, there are many papers, there are many ideas. If you want, I can answer the questions. That will be all. I have only 1 minute.
Thank you very much. We have 5 minutes left for your questions. As far as I've been told, it's 3 minutes per paper. So please, the floor is open for questions. Right.
I've got a very simple question. Maybe I wasn't paying enough attention, but I sort of missed the connection that you were making between the first film, The Unbearable Lightness of Being, and the Cronenberg examples. They seem to me completely different takes on the whole media-human being connection.
There are more differences, because this case is modernist case, and the Cronenberg case is a postmodernist case. But we have in both cases bodies and media. I have shown you the media in Kaufman's film, and these differences demonstrate the differences between the modernist and postmodernist way of working on bodies and media. There are very little similarities, because you cannot, well, Kaufman produced a modernist film, but the novel by Vera is, in my opinion, postmodernist. The film could have been a very good modernist film with experiments with bodies and media. It's not the case. But if we read the novel and then see the Cronenberg films, kind of there could be some similarities, but there are much more differences.
Just a small problem connected with this. This means we believe in a straightforward separation between modernism and postmodernism, which postmodernism itself doesn't believe in.
I teach postmodernism, and I need all theories about postmodernism, so you can be right and I can be right, so anything goes. It's very postmodernist. Answer to your question. No further questions. Thank you.
So we're starting ahead of time, which is good, because then Lee van Veel, who is the next presenter, is going to have more time. He is professor of literary studies and intercultural hermeneutics at the University of Munich, and he's also former president of IGEL, the International Association for the Empirical Study of Literature, and a former chair of PALA, Poetics and Linguistics Association, as well as the founding general editor of the international journal Scientific Study of Literature, published by Benjamin.
Thank you. We're getting tired, and I'm dealing with 3,200 years of history in 20 minutes. I've been tempted to calculate how many